This one band went from 0 monthly listeners to almost 16,000 monthly listeners on Spotify in just 1 month, 61,000 streams. Plus, they started collecting fans data, getting their fans on their email list, and also started to sell merchandise right from the start. And I want to show you exactly how they did that. So let's jump in. So these are the numbers right now. They are at about 16,000 monthly listeners, 61,000 streams. And the cool thing is they have just 2 songs that have been released with almost a 4 streams per listener ratio, which is incredible. It's very, very good for a band that is basically just 1 month old, and they have just 2 songs out. So the way that they did that is not as common as you may think. And the sort of growth phase has been divided into 4 parts. One is the audience growth. This band started to build their audience even when they had 0 music plan, 0 music release. That is something that is not as common, because what most people do is when they basically start promoting just from when they have a new song. But if you also look at big brands, what they do is they build an audience first, and then when they have an audience, they can essentially quote unquote sell them whatever they want, because they have the audience that is that likes them, and not necessarily the product that is attached to them. Which means that, again, you can when you have a new song, you already have the people. When you have a new merch line, for example, you already have the fans. So this is something that is not as common, because that is not very easy to accomplish very well. But that's something that is extremely powerful, because again, you build the audience first, and then you essentially quote unquote sell them your music, your products, whatever. The first phase right here, you can see, started at around January, late February-ish, where they started growing their Instagram follower with the Instagram profile visit campaigns, and that was working extremely well. You can see the engagement on this campaign on just this one ad. They got 1,500 comments under this one ad, which is incredible. Which means that, again, the content that you make needs to be engaging and needs to be tailored for your audience, because otherwise it will not resonate and you will not grow. As you can see, they went from around 1,000 followers to now 7,000. So it's not like they got 50,000 followers, but the quality of the followers is incredible, because as you can see, again, right here, 1,500 comments, and trust me, they were not hate comments like whatsoever. They were people who were really engaging with them. They were really liking the music. They were really liking them, which is great. So they did that first. Again, they had no music plan. They had pretty much nothing. They were just trying to relate to the audience based off what their niche and what their similar bands sound like. And that was working very well. So they just basically did that for around a month or so. They were also posting content organically, because I mean, I'm a huge fan of social media ads, but obviously if you can also put out content regularly and organically, that does well. I mean, absolutely do it. Please do it. The second part was the pre-release hype. So they build out this audience, they build up this fan base. Now, obviously, you need to do something with them. They started using a Smart Noise lifetime pre-save page, and in case that you didn't know, Smart Noise is my company, but what a lifetime pre-save page does is it allows your fans to pre-save all your future releases by doing it just once, and you can also get to collect all the fans data as well, like these guys have done. As you can see now, they have 565 lifetime pre-save subscribers, which means that now they will essentially get 565 guaranteed saves on every single release. They will definitely keep promoting those pre-saves, so over time it will grow even more. But the cool thing is you can also get the fan name, email, location. So when you plan tours, for example, when you want to sell merchandise, you already have the fan data, and that is extremely important and extremely powerful, because without fan data, you basically go nowhere. And I mentioned this particular strategy on a separate video as well, but what they were doing essentially is they were sending traffic to this page. People will opt in for lifetime pre-saves, and they were redirecting people to an offer with merchandise, and they were also getting sales from the people who were opting in for lifetime pre-save. So again, you get people to pre-save all your future releases, you get fan data, and also you essentially monetize your fans immediately, which is extremely powerful. It's not easy to do, but if you can do that, please put that in place right from the start, because it will definitely pay off. And so for this second phase, they were running retargeting ad campaigns to their Instagram followers that they built for the past month or so. And they were also posting the link on their comments, on DMs, and engaging with their fans on Instagram and starting conversation with them. There is an option on Smart Noise to run ad campaigns to promote lifetime pre-saves, where you can also retarget Instagram followers in just a few clicks. So it's a bit more complicated to set that up directly on Meta, but if you want, you can do it on Smartnoise in basically just a few clicks. And then the third phase is the streaming growth phase, which means that they then started releasing the first song. They were obviously posting about it. They were starting conversation with their fans on IG, but then we also ran a few campaigns directly from Smartnoise, and they were retargeting Instagram followers with a link to the new song. But we were also pushing out this new song to cold audiences, which means people who never heard of them. So we were reaching existing fans, and we were also reaching new fans who might be into them. And the results were obviously pretty good. What I would say when you start running ad campaigns, now you can use Smartnoise if you want, then it's gonna make your life much easier. You don't have to worry about the conversion API, pixel, the meta setup that is super complicated. So if you want, you can do that. But what I would like you to focus on right now is what to actually look for when you run those streaming growth ad campaigns, because the point here is not just to get to pay $1 and to get the return in terms of streams right immediately, because that is very hard to do, and that is something that I know that I know, but it's more like a mid to long-term plan. Because if we look right here at the number of new listeners every day that were coming directly from the artist profile and catalog, it's not growing that much if you think about it, because this is the direct traffic on their profile. So the only way that you can increase that is by spending more on ads, because the more you spend, the more people you're going to send to your profile, or you just post more content, or some of your content goes viral somehow and you just basically get more traffic. But that's very hard. One, because you can just simply spend $1,000 per day, and that's also very hard to make your content go viral. So when you run these type of ad campaigns, what I would like you to do is to look at the number of listeners coming from your artist profile and catalog. If that's going up, good. And then look at the streams, and obviously you want to see how many of the streams are coming from your artist profile and catalog. But what the metric that I care about the most is the streams coming from listeners on playlist and library, which means that if you're getting people to your profile and they are not saving your music, they are not adding your music to their playlist, and they are not listening to it over and over from their own library, it means that you will not get any compound effect. That's going to be incredibly hard to grow, because the only way that you're going to get more out of your ad spend or your organic efforts is by basically doing more or spending more, which is very hard. You need to have some type of leverage, and I believe Spotify can actually offer that. So again, you want to see your streams from your fans' own playlist and library go up, because that means that you're reaching the right type of audience, and you don't necessarily need to spend more over time to get more, especially because of this thing right here too. If you look at streams, and I check out algorithmic plays and mixes, as you can see right here, they were not getting a lot of plays from algorithmic plays, because that was just their first song. There wasn't enough time to basically activate them. But then, as you can see over here, this was their, I believe, first release radar, I believe, and then Discover Weekly came right after. Which means that if you get, again, the number of saves, the number of playlist ads, which means that people like your music and engage with it, then that's what you can expect pretty much. So just basically focus on making sure that when you send people to your profile, they are actually listening to your song and they are saving it. And then look at how many people are actually then playing your music from their own library. Because even though algorithmic playlists might not kick in right from the start, it's almost guaranteed that if you keep getting people to your profile, listening to your music, saving your music, and listening to it over and over, that's pretty much the best that you can hope for from your fan base, because then algorithmic playlists will kick in. So yeah, I believe these three metrics are the main ones that you want to look at. Now I'm going to show you how I would launch a campaign on Smartnoise for them. But it's going to be pretty much the same concept if you do it directly from the Meta Ads Manager. I just use this because it's our platform and it's designed to make your life easier. But anyway, what I would do for this band, for example, is I would choose multi-platform artist growth campaign, which is a type of campaign that basically Smartnoise will create a landing page with as many links as I want, and will redirect traffic to that landing page and optimize not only for clicks on the ad, because they don't lead to anything, but it will optimize for clicks on that landing page. So it's gonna optimize for people that want to go to Spotify want to go to Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. So I'm gonna do that. Now on Smart Noise, you just need to basically connect your Facebook profile to your account, and that's it. So let's say that band name V1. Now when you connect your profile, all the different assets will automatically show up right here. So the advertising account, the Facebook page. So let's say, for example, Smart Noise. The Instagram account will also automatically show up. I'm just going to pick this random pixel domain. Let me just put a random name right here. Cool, that's available. The conversion API token will also automatically populate. So Smart Noise will basically take care of all these tech details for you. So these random artists right here. And then here is where I put all the different links. So let's just say this is your song link on Spotify, this is the one on Apple Music, this is the music video, and maybe you want to also give the option to go to your website, for example. So let's just say this is your website. All right, this is the fun part. You just put the budget, okay? So let's just say that you sound like Blink-182. All right, so you put them right here, and Smart Noise will give you the similar bands that you can also target on Meta. This is very useful because you can basically do audience research in just a few seconds. Let's maybe add another one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's more than enough. I'm also going to narrow the target to people also interested in Spotify. We are going to go with tier 1 countries, so the top Spotify countries, and I'm going to go with the stories and reels because these two are the best performing placements in my opinion, and that's what I've seen from hundreds of campaigns, both from and on Smart Noise to the ones that I manage personally. So okay, cool. Now here is where you choose your video. Let's just say that, I mean, this is a random one, but let's just say you want to use this one, but then you also want to test another one. So let's say this one. All right, cool. Continue. Now we are going to target cold audiences, which means that is people who don't know this band yet. So what you can also do, and what they did, is they duplicated this ad set, same links, same everything, same budget, but instead of cold audience, you do reach existing fans, and you're going to reach Instagram followers in just one click. That's it. All right, same videos as well. Boom. And now we are going to target cold audiences, so fans of these bands, but also we are going to target Instagram followers of the account that I've selected during the campaign setup. And once everything is good to go, you just hit publish, and that's how the campaign will go live. Now, like I said, on Meta is a bit different. You will need to create the custom audience manually, and you will need to do a bunch of other things like this interest. You will need to look for them manually, and that can take a while, but hey, you can do that. So this is how I will launch a campaign to grow on streaming platforms. And now the fourth and final phase, this is something that hasn't finished yet, because that is essentially the point of doing all of this, is you want to grow your fan base, you want to grow your audience, and then what you want to do is you want to further monetize your audience and fan base. Like I said previously, they now have, just from these lifetime pre-saves, 565 emails and 565 people who were interested enough in their music to become a part of their sort of like close community. So you can then send them emails for merch offers if you go on tour, if you want to sell tickets. So that's what I would do now, pretty much on repeat. I would do the same for faces for almost every song that I would put out. And that's how I believe in just a relatively short period of time, you can actually have a music business that is actually making money. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions or comments, obviously feel free to let me know below. And until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.